Hey everyone, welcome to this channel. It's another beautiful day where we're gonna discuss and see different things and different ways to become profitable. In this channel, we are not teaching any technical analysis. The farthest we can go is maybe backtest, or maybe just show you a few things and few trades that I took and why I took them. But otherwise, this channel is created to help anybody find a way to become profitable without depending on certain system alone or certain way of trading, but to use whatever you have and convert it into something that will give you results, something that is tangible, something that is a proven way, a proven method, right, that everybody who has been successful has taken to become profitable. Anybody you know who has been profitable, who is profitable, has gone through these phases, and he discovered this truth that we are going to be discussing on this channel that made them move from being unprofitable to profitable trader. Most of the time, the thing that you need to fix is not technical analysis. The most thing you need to fix in trading is your mindset. Mindset is something that you need to shift. And in order to shift your mindset, you have to be self-aware. And self-awareness will result into something we call risk management. So risk management is the final form. This is your profession, the end of your profession. The end of you being a trader is you to be a good risk manager. Because every trader loses. Every trader loses. But the winners lose different. So this is a diagram of somebody who is a loser. The portfolio goes down. Because why? It's not like they never win, but their losses are bigger than their winners. And the cause of this is their mindset. So we are going to see how to move from intermediate trader to a professional trader, from a mediocre trader to a professional trader, from a beginner trader to a profitable trader. So for you to know what to fix, you have to know what's going on. You can't solve something that you can't see. You can't admit a problem if you don't have one. And if you don't have a problem, you have nothing to fix. So first of all, you have to see the problem. So now we are coming to a topic called self-awareness. So in here, what we're going to see is, what does it mean to be a trader for really, lady? What does it mean to be a trader, lady? So a trader must be aware of which stage they are in order for them to become profitable. Many people lose many years in trading trying to fix something that is not there. You don't know what you're doing, and yet you're trying to fix risk management. You don't know, even you don't have an edge, and yet you're complaining that your problem is risk management. You don't know even what you don't know, and you want to solve the things you don't know. So first of all, a trader mostly goes through a phase of unconscious incompetence. Let's go back. Trader goes through a phase of unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know. Then the confidence is the highest here, and it builds on nothing. You just believe trading is a buy and sell, just to buy and sell. But you have to go farther after doing this a lot. This is the guy we call a beginner. You have to do this enough times to come and to be aware that you don't know some stuff. Like, you don't have the reason to buy. Why are you buying? Why you are selling? You don't know that reason. And then you want to find out why I should buy there, why I shouldn't buy there. And this is a conscious incompetence. This is where I would recommend somebody to find a mentor. But when you're on this stage, I would recommend do not find a mentor. YouTube should be your friend. Go through YouTube. Find reasons, find ways to see the market the way it is. Do all the errors. This is like you being a teenager. A beginner is like a teenager. You just do random stuff, like learn everything that there is in the market, and something will resonate, something will be attractive to you, and you go to that thing and try to learn that thing or that methodology of trading. So this is what we call unconscious incompetence. But now, after you know what you're missing, it's time you find a mentor or a mentor that resonate with you, somebody who can solve or tell you the things that you need to know. Because let's say you're trading futures. While it's the same thing, the same market, the same problems, the same technicals, but the experience is different to somebody who's trading future, to somebody who's trading stocks, and to somebody who's trading forex. So you choose a mentor according to what you need to know. For example, you will find that you are a scalper or you love quick money. You will find during this time, you will find what things you're missing. You'll find out also what things you think you know and the thing that you are competent in. And then these things will lead you to choose a mentor that have the things or the tools to help you. So the mentor on this stage would be somebody who knows what's your problem. That's the thing about mentorship, because mentorship is different from teaching. That's why YouTube can teach you, but a mentor helps you. A mentor knows you personally. A mentor is for helping you fix your problem. The mentor is to help you and guide you to profitability. He's like a guardian. He's not a teacher. This guy, he's not there to teach you what is forex or what is future. This guy is not there to teach you what is contract. This guy is to fix your problems. Maybe you don't know what is market structure. I mean, you know market structure, but you don't know how to read market structure. Maybe you know how to read market structure, but you don't know how to use what you're reading to make you profitable. So this is a place where you find a mentor that helps you according to what you need. Going forward, now you are competent because this mentor has shown you where to come, what to do, how do you do it, why we don't do that. Yes, in this stage, other people knows this is high, this is low, this is high, this is low. But you know what? They want to buy here, and the mentor will tell them why we need to buy here and not here, because the mentor has experience and knows the problem of this guy. So most of the time at this stage, other people see a little bit of money. Another way we can classify these people as in unconscious competence is a beginner and an amateur. Amateur is somebody who has a little knowledge, but they still don't take trading as a business. And here on unconscious incompetence, this is where we get intermediate trader. And conscious competence, this is where we get a pro trader. It's very difficult to move from a beginner to intermediate. A lot of things you need to go through here. So these are the 4 stages where each and every trader must go through. And It's very difficult for a beginner to go into intermediate. There is so many ways to be lost in here. But once you're intermediate and you get a right mentor, it's very easy for you to become a pro trader. If you're really serious and you're investing your time, it may take 3 months, even 2 weeks to come from intermediate to a pro trader, because intermediate to trader problems are so easy, and the mindset also, depending on how long did he take to become from beginner to an intermediate, this is how long it may take him. It also determines how long it may take him from intermediate to a pro trader. But this phase is super easy. So let's discuss more about the problems that a beginner may face, and what do we need to do to reduce those mistakes. Many beginners, their most important and the most costful mistake is finding a mentor very fast. As a beginner, you don't need to find a mentor. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know. And even if the mentor is going to tell you good things, concrete, gold, diamond stuff, facts, still, you are too young to understand. It's just like a teenager, as we say. It doesn't matter how long your mom tells you don't do something. It doesn't click because you have not learned the consequence yet. You have not gone through the pain yet to understand, like, woo, only if I listen. Very few people, very few talented people can go through this phase and understand, like, oh, dude, this was a messed up. Dude, that was not supposed to be done. Like, they can quickly understand what they need not to do and listen to their mentors. And another thing is, you don't give a room to discover yourself. Mistakes and pain is the path of manhood, or right path to manhood. Like, you have to go through this pain, this confusion, and whatever it is. And another thing is beginners spending time on social media. A toxic environment that can be for any trader is X. My guy ICT, Dave loves trades, Jed Capes, a lot of people in the industry. Everybody is at X. So many noises. Instagram, the worst, because now you're buying into a lifestyle and not the profession. So as a beginner, avoid these things. Finding a mentor too quick. Being on social media, avoid it at all cost, because now you may go into becoming an amateur. And amateur, this is a guy who just is in the game for the thrill. Yeah, pro traders also are there for the thrill, but this guy, to him, this is not a business. To him, this is just like gambling. This is just like going to Las Vegas and having fun. To him, this is just a hobby. It's not a profession. It's not something he want to do for living. To him, trading is just not something that he value enough to do something meaningful with it. And intermediate, so what does intermediate trader does? How do you know if you're intermediate? You'll be intermediate the moment you know what you don't know. And knowing also what you need to know. Not only knowing what you don't know, but knowing also what you need to know. That means now you have right questions. And the mind is already proven itself that it cannot move forward with the same mindset, with the same way of interpreting a win as success and a loss as bad thing. you're in a place where most people say, oh, my problem is a psychology, my problem is this, but you'll find out as we discuss later on that most of the time the problem is not psychology. The problem is, what do you believe in? Because the mind always responds to information. If you're an African who grew up in Africa like me, you cannot live in the in the middle of the forest or nearby the lake, as many people here in America does. Why? Because the information you have about forest, demons, genies, witchcraft, juju, that's all you know about forest. But in America, forest is not juju, it's not something like that. To them, it's quietness, it's privacy. Now you see, since they changed the environment, they changed the info, now they can live there without fear. So if a trader changed information, changed the belief, now this intermediate trader can become a pro trader. Why does intermediate traders sometimes do not put stop loss? I know many traders who are profitable without using stop loss, but why this guy is not putting stop loss is what is holding him back. Why? It's not because he lacks risk management. There is a reason making him feel like stop loss something we should not be doing. Like stop loss is dangerous. Sometimes take a profit. They don't put to take profit. Why? Because they feel like, oh man, I'll be out too soon, or I'll leave this money. But why do they think that they'll leave the money there? Why? As we'll discuss, we'll come to know that a simple solution for intermediate trader, I give you this thing, and we're going to discuss it on one day when we are going to discuss about intermediate trader and solutions for intermediate trader to make them a pro trader. Most of the time, intermediate trader, what they lack is data. They have edge, but they don't have data. They don't know where the edge works, how much the edge is strong, and how much the edge is weak, and by how much is the edge making them profitable. How much pain can they take before they lose, and how much pain they can take before they win? They don't know yet because they don't have data. So intermediate trader, once he has or she does have a mentor and then they have data, it's easy for them to just move from being a mediocre to be profitable. It's just like a click of a finger, boom, there. It's just like a hostage. Like, oh, I need to do this. So most of the time, people who had mentors since they were beginners, to them, it's not a mentor who opened their eyes. It's just like something on the air give them a hostage. And the mentor, most likely, they don't give them their style of trading. The mentor, the good mentor, will reinforce the student style of trading and change it to become profitable. So it doesn't matter what is your style, because you have to make trading work for you. So this is our next thing, that trading is not just a leagued system where certain things need to happen. It's not easy, like just like that. That's it. No. Trading should be something that you have to make it your style, because you are now self-aware. Trading has to be fitting to your style, to fit your temperament. So trading should fit your temperament, your risk tolerance, and your schedule. Non-mentors highlight reels. Chasing someone's method without adapting it to yourself is the slow way to fail. So that's what you need to do. Make it for your own. Make it your style to fit everything about you. Because in the end, you'll be the person who places buy or sell. So it is very important that you get self-awareness before anything. Like, that's the most important thing, that being self-aware, it will easily change your mindset. Because I tell you, there are many traders that do not know how to put a stop loss, and that they are profitable. I know traders who just get 1:2 and they are profitable. I know traders who have a negative risk to reward ratio and they are profitable. I know traders who have the longest losing streak, but they're profitable because their winning is just like 1:22. So this guy just need one trade to break even if he lost 22 consecutive trades. So you must make sure that the trading is fitting to you. So avoid the mentors who want you to be everything like them. I think one thing that made ICT very popular is that he has a system for everybody. Like, ICT is just a cluster of different things that anybody can take something and make it their own. So that's what we need to do as traders, is just be self-aware enough, knowing where we are as traders, what stage, what phase of trading we are, and to make sure all the solutions are created to solve and help us according to what stage we are. So knowing also what doesn't work for you is a process that will be filtered when you're intermediate going pro, and it can be filtered by the work of a mentor, and most importantly, data. You may force yourself to just trade Asians, but the data will tell you that Asian is net negative for you. Then you stop doing it because that's what the data say. That's why data is very important to every trader, intermediate going pro. So to finish this session, let's go and see the simple process where you need to go to become profitable, and how easy it is. And as we said in the beginning, trading is super easy and so simple, but I would say not easy. Maybe easy, but not, maybe simple but not easy. I think that would be the term. Because if you are intermediate and you're fighting to scaling to scale your trade, your career, you're making a mistake. Because you're not in the stage of scaling. You're not in the stage of buying more prop challenges. You're not there yet because you're not profitable. It's not the time you buy more challenges, or maybe connect even 40 challenges and then you want to connect them and copy trade them, because it's not the stage of scaling your career. It's not the stage you're there yet. So you have to know what stage you are in order for you to become profitable, and to know what you need to do to become profitable. So the first stage is learning, and then testing and consistency. So learning and testing, this is a beginner. Testing and consistency, this is intermediate. Consistency and scaling is equal to pro. So beginner. What? Stop it. What? All right. So let's go. We won't go this further. So this is the beginner. This is intermediate. And this is a pro. So you only a pro because you have attained the consistency and now you can scale it. And consistency doesn't mean winning every trade. Consistency means the graph is going up. Over time, your wins are bigger than your losses over time. So most likely, you may close a quarter positive or close a year positive. If you ask many traders, they have a very negative quarter, but they have a bigger positive quarter, and then the year ends positive most of the time. So let's finish this by saying, know your stage, know what phase you are in. And the phases are simple as we say: the beginner, the amateur. So the amateur is only testing. He's in excitement. And there is intermediate. This is where most of the people are right now. And this is the stage that once I knew I was in, it was quicker for me to change into a pro. So now the last stage is being a pro. This is where you can do a lot of stuff. This is where you can scale in your trading and the money start coming. This is where the losses of all your 4 years can be made just in 1 month. Once you apply, once you're consistent, once you have attained that mastery of your mindset, so easy to create 100K, 200K, 1 million. So easy. Because all you need to do is just 10x. That's it. 100x. 1000x. That's it. It's not a big deal. So, all right, traders. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something, and I hope you went through my accent and still understood and took something from this. I believe this brought you some value, and if this brought you some value, please share this video to anybody you think it may be helpful to. Anybody who's starting to trade, anybody who is intermediate, anybody who is an amateur, maybe they can learn something from this video and the videos to come. So thank you and take care. Otherwise, have a good one. Bye bye.